let Coach Gross give a comment when he gets here. So questions for the players?
For both of you, could you talk a little bit about what the first half was like and what the second half was like offensively?
Go ahead, Eli.
I feel like we made more plays in the first half. You know, a lot of penalties in the second half. You know, it stopped our drives and all of that. It just didn't make enough plays.
Kind of like Eli said, we were coming out, we were firing it on cylinders in the first half, playing good. We were staying out of the long distance downs, not committing very many penalties. I think the second half, it was penalties really killed us, really hurt our drives. It got us in third and long situations, and they were able to kind of predict what we're going to do offensively. When we get like that, it's not very good for us.
Coach Ross, Coach, if you just give us a comment about the game, and then we'll ask some more questions from the media.
Hey, you had two good football teams. We knew that all week, and knew it was going to be a good football game, and it was. We just, I could have done some things differently myself, I believe, not going for it on fourth down and, punt that ball down. There's some pivotal times in that game we could have went a lot different, We had kicked field goals a couple times first half that I thought, we could have got touchdowns there, and, got a few penalties that hurt us on drives. I thought one of probably the biggest part of the drive is we come out and play with a lot of energy, start of third quarter. On that drive, we get the ball down and we get the receiver hold. I was trying to throw a screen outside, and we threw it away, but it was downfield, and that was a 15-yard penalty, kind of killed that drive. And then come back on to the next drive, and we get to roughing the punter, and then they hit the big play. And that kind of was probably about the 4 or 5 minutes in the game that I think was the biggest pivotal time in the second half, just take my hat off Sam Houston State. We knew that going in. Well coached football team, very talented football team, and we knew it was going to be a war, and it was. And they just made a few more plays than we did today. Our guys, played extremely hard, played the game physical, did not play a bad game. Sit there and say that we played bad. we was well prepared. We handled the being off week well. I thought we had a great week of practice. That's what I told the guys after the game. We'd have something to hang our head about if we'd had a poor week of practice, but we didn't have a poor week of practice. We had a really good week of practice, and at times we played extremely well today. And just they just made a few more plays than we did, and that's what you expect of a second round game. I think that it was kind of not a good matchup in selection committee of matching the Southland Conference up with the OVC conference champs. You got two champs playing in the second round, where that could have been that should have been a quarterfinal game to me, more than a second round game. But I think that like I said, you got. I didn't expect this to end today. I thought we'd still be playing, and like I said, I hate it for our seniors more than anything. I think that they've had a great year. They've represented our university, on and off the field in a great way, and they've done an extremely good job. And proud of guys like Max and Ben sitting here, and they've just done I can't say enough about that senior class. They've done an outstanding job, for our university and the things that they do. And you can tell that when you hear them talk, and all our guys have. And like I said, just for this underclassmen guys, is just go back to work, and get ready for next year. And like I said, proud of the accomplishments this team had, and like I said, didn't want it to end today.
Questions for the players? For Coach Cross?
Ben, I know you didn't want to end today. Do you feel like you kind of just left it all on the field, that you've done everything you could have done?
I honestly left every ounce of effort I had out there tonight. That's all I could give, and just some things didn't go our way tonight. We didn't get off the field on third downs enough. That really hurt us in the end. So, but I really feel like I left every ounce of energy I had out there tonight.
Could you kind of reflect on, I guess, not necessarily tonight, but just kind of your senior year as a whole on the field?
it's just an enjoyable time. You know, most fun year I've had playing football, and you know, I'm grateful that we got the coaches that gave me an opportunity, and you know, I couldn't ask for much better than what we did. You know, I mean, obviously I'd like to win it all, but if you look back, you know, we're the first team in history to go undefeated in the conference, and that's something to hold your head high for, and we're going to go out with that.
Coach Gross, I'm sorry for needing to ask this, but which fourth down were you talking about?
The 4th and 2, we went for it right there at midfield, you know, and we didn't punt. Probably should have punted them down and, you know, got them inside the 10 and played defense, and just felt like it was a, you know, time. I thought we could get it, you know. That's the reason we went forward, and we didn't. And then they came back and went deep on the first down or second down. And they scored, quick score right there, and it kind of opened the game up, I think, a little bit. And we had a lot of momentum at that time. We'd come out and, you know, gotten a stop and got good field position, because the first half we dealt with, you know, poor field position, and I think that you know, we got good field position. We got a, you know, Heavy had a, you know, DeMarcus had a really good run. It got us out to midfield, and you know, we kind of got in that 4th and 2 and kind of went forward and probably should have punted it. But like I said, I think, you know, every phase could have done something different today to you know, determine the outcome. Like Ben said, defensively getting off the field on 3rd down, offensively, you know, scoring in the red zone, getting touchdowns instead of kicking field goals. And you know, when we got it across the 50, just about every time we'd have a penalty or a bad play or something would happen to us, and we wouldn't get the ball on down and get points on it. We moved the football, we just didn't get enough points out of the deal. I didn't think they'd shut us out second half. I mean, I don't know when the last time we've been shut out in a half. It's got to be a while, you know, since we've been shut out in a half. So a little bit uncharacteristic, and I think, you know, just special teams wise, they outplayed us. You know, I mean, and you know, we had to roughen the kicker. That was not a smart play. You know, their return units did an excellent job. Our coverage units didn't do a great job, and I think that for the first time, you know, pretty much all year, you've seen some of our depth issues on our special teams on coverages. You know, you've seen the 23 injuries kind of show up. It kind of depletes you special teams wise a little bit, and I think that kind of showed up because they're an athletic team, you know, and so it showed up in their return units versus our kick units, and we just didn't kick it great, and we didn't cover great, and like I said, just some things we could done there to have done different, and you know, losing Ruben Gonzalez early in the game, you know, kind of hurt us too. I mean, I was looking for a big game from him, you know, and losing him in the first half kind of hurt us. And we had some other guys step up. You know, Anthony Johnson made some plays, and Marquise made some plays. We had some other guys step up and make some plays as well.
What was Ruben's injury?
PCL, I think. Yeah, I doubt he would have been back next week. It had probably been a 2-week deal. Thought it was ACL to start with, but I think it's a PCL. That's the diagnosis right now without MRI.
Coach, did their quarterback throw the ball today a little bit better than you thought he would?
Wow, didn't he? He had a game of his life. I mean, he had not, of all the games we watched this year, he had not thrown the ball that well. You know, it was mainly quick game, and did not throw the ball deep well at all, you know, for the whole season basically. And so that was something that was you know, we weren't expecting going in. You know, we thought we could stop the run game, and I think we did a pretty good job of that most of the day. But you got to take your hat off to him. He made plays. I mean, he made plays with his arms and made plays with his legs. So and we knew he was a load to tackle. We knew he was going to make a few plays with his legs, but he made a lot more plays with his arm than what we expected, and they made some big plays there. I mean, you got to give them credit. And their receivers are really good, you know, and it wasn't blown coverages and things like that. We had good coverage, and their guy made a throw and catch, you know, and if you throw it right and catch it right, it's hard to defend like that.
How does that change your game plan mid-game on the sideline when you see that their quarterbacks, they're hitting deep balls at a much higher rate than you thought he would, and how do you have to adjust your defense?
We made some adjustments at halftime that I thought was really good, but you just got to keep coming after him, and you know, just you know, try to get to him, put pressure on him, and they protected it up and threw the ball over the top a few times, and he made a couple of throws that were, you know, 2 deep balls. I think really the one I was talking about after we went forward, and you know, and they hit the deep ball, kind of broke the game open, and they had one in the first half. Is just you know, when we turned the ball over, you know, right there started second quarter, they you know, they did a good job throwing and catching there too.
We'll let the student athletes go at this time unless you guys got any more questions. Sure, go ahead.
Max, for you, for the past 4 years, you've served as one of the faces of this program and played hard every game. Could you talk a little bit, maybe sum up your thoughts of, this being the last game of the season and just everything that you've had a chance to experience?
One second. It's been a great ride. Been here for 5 years, got to experience pretty much everything that I'd want to in my college career. I've won the conference. That's kind of, as a senior class, that's something we can hang our hats on, going out on top. But it's been a heck of a ride. Every day in and day out, being with the guys every day. It was just a great experience for me, and now that it's over, it's very saddening right now. It's just feeling we'll have to get through and everything. But overall, I've had a very good college career. I was able to start, I think, 49 straight games. It's hard to do, but I think Justin Lee's probably going to break that record. He's pretty good. If he stays healthy, I'd be more than honored to let him have that one. The biggest thing I think I'm going to miss is our offensive line meetings every day. We're just a bunch of big kids. We just get in there and goof around. It's just going to be hard not seeing them every day. I've been with the same guys for 5 years mostly. I see them every day. It's going to be hard not to see them every day. And it's just to sum it all up, we had a heck of a year. It sucks for it to end, but we'll just have to go from here.
That's a good way to wrap it up, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.